Istanbul is a cultural paradise. Among its many treasures are the beautiful, intricately made carpets and kilims. Learning about them is fun, a process that always begins with chai, Turkish sweet black tea, as I discovered with my friend Julia. First up were the traditional pile-woven carpets.
All made by hand. It's a nomadic tribal carpet coming from center part of Turkey.
The carpets of each region have distinct motifs and colours, and many date back to the earliest days of the Ottoman Empire. The wool is bound with a unique Györde's double knot, the same knot found in the oldest existing pile carpet. A second type of Turkish carpet is known as a kilim.
It's wool-on-wool material and with vegetable colors.
The kilims are created by interweaving the strands rather than tying knots as they do with pile carpets. While Turkish carpets appear delicate, they're actually extremely durable. So don't be afraid to walk on them, even the most expensive ones.
So these are all original colors?
All original colors, and the natural colors is very important. Synthetic or chemical dyes. When you wash it, the color is going to run, and with time can fade it. Natural and vegetable colors are always strong enough, even 200 years later, is going to remain the same colors and same tones.
The most beautiful carpets I've seen are those made of silk.
This is a silk piece with very fine work.
Wow.
Embroidery we call sumak.
And that's woven?
It's a woven technique, silk on silk material.
So this is first woven and then embroidered, and it's
hand.
all silk?
All silk and all made by hand.
And all natural colors?
All natural colors.
The silk carpets are often called flying carpets, possibly due to the fact that they're very light and easy to pack.
You know what? I can put it into my handbag.
Some of the most valuable Turkish carpets are the hand-selected antiques, which are sometimes created with a different type of wool.
This is over 80 years old, coming from center part of Turkey.
It's like velvet.
Like velvet, because of the lamb's wool. When the animal's 6 months old, we take it first cut. It's softer than the normal sheep wool.
And shinier.
Shinier, yes.
But what I found most intriguing are the dowry carpets.
What makes it a dowry carpet?
Dowry carpet is the more special. The young girl is make it for to own use.
So every girl would make her own dowry in form of a carpet?
Before she get married, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you find these dowry pieces?
We travel in winter time all over Turkey. We go to the villages, we go to the mountains, we knock to the doors, and this.
Determining the quality of a Turkish carpet is easy. There are just a few key elements to consider: the material, the handwork, the dyes, the origin of the carpet, and one of the most important, of course, is the number of knots which you can see on the underside of the carpet.
When it is more finer work, which means more smaller knots, more material and more handwork.
So this, for example, would have how many knots?
This one we call it 7 by 7, which means 49.
So 49 knots in 1 square centimeter.
Yes. Of course, the silk one you can find more finer because of the material.
And how fine does it go on silk carpet?
On the silk until 20 by 20, which means like 400 knots
in 1 centimeter.
Yes. This size, by hand, it takes 1.5 or 2 years' time.
I find Turkish carpets beautiful and their history fascinating. And carpet shopping, a great place to practice the ancient art of haggling. You'll insult the vendor if you don't. It's also a unique way to explore Turkish culture and traditions. I hope you too will go out and experience this country's many treasures.